What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be cooking one of my favorite meals, some baby back ribs. Hope y'all enjoy. Alright, so what we got? We got ourselves a nice slab of baby back ribs. We're going to throw a base on it. I like to use mustard. So, actually, no, I lied to y'all. First thing we're going to do, flip it. It's time to get that membrane off. The way I like to do it, if you're lucky enough, you can just grab a corner, but sometimes I'll just throw a nice little slit in there like that. Grab you a piece of paper towel. Try to get it right where you put that slit. There we go. We're getting it. There it is. Get out of here, fly. It's gonna rip right off. That fly's gonna piss me off. And then we're gonna work it. There we go. Sometimes if you're lucky enough, it comes off in a whole piece. I wasn't lucky enough. But yeah, we're just getting this membrane off because that membrane, if you leave it on there, it'll give you that chewy. Whenever you're like chewing a rib and it feels like real chewy on the backside or tough, that's your membrane. You don't have to pull it off, but I do. I'm pretty sure everyone does. But you can eat it, it is edible. Alright. So now we got the membrane off. I'm gonna throw these gloves on. And what we're gonna do is throw some mustard on there. This is gonna be a binder. Something for our seasoning stick to give it that flavor. You ain't gotta throw much, just a little bit of mustard on there. Rub it on in. I mean, I'm gonna wipe most of it off, but let's get you a nice little coat. Get up in there. I like to get it everywhere. Same thing this side. Get her on in there. I love ribs. Ribs are one of my favorite things to cook. They're fun to cook. They don't take forever. Take about 3 hours maybe. Alright. Flip it. It's a decent rack of ribs right there. Just gonna grab this so I can pick this up and not get mustard all over it. Just a little bit like that. Go ahead and rub it in. You're also gonna wanna, I already did it off camera, but what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna pat your ribs dry. I got paper towels, let it sit out, get to room temperature, pat your ribs real dry, and then you're gonna throw your binder on. All right, so we got our binder on. Next we're gonna do, you ever heard of Meat Church? I'm sure you have. They're freaking great. I got their fajita meat, fajita seasoning. You're just gonna throw just a little layer of that on. I know it sounds weird. Why are you throwing fajita on there? It's more salty, gives it that good flavor. It's not the only one we're gonna do. Just gives it a nice thin coat like that. Pat her in as so. And we're going to go ahead and do the back side. Same thing. Just a nice layer of that fajita seasoning. We're going to be smoking these ribs. Alright. So now we got the fajita done. Next, what you're gonna do, this one's a honey bacon barbecue. This thing's awesome. You can throw this on anything. Especially just any type of meat that you want to smoke. If you'd like it sweet, this is a really good one. Alright, and you do not, we can go, it's a little windy out here, but we can go a little heavy, or real heavy on this one. You do not have to be shy. Unless you don't feel like buying another bottle. Yeah. Get it all up on in there. There we go. Just like that. Kind of pat it in. And that fajita is going to be good because it's salty. So it's going to draw that moisture out. So you'll see once these ribs get that seasoning in there real good, they're going to look really wet. So we're gonna go ahead and throw a heavy coat on the top. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Just like that. I like to throw all this extra, just throw it in on them sides that are hard to get to, that look like they didn't get some seasoning in it. Just throw that in there. I'm just, all the thin spots, they can still see a little bit almost mustard looking. Sprinkle that in there. Do the same thing on the other side. Just get it all in there. All right, and pat. And then what we're gonna do, kind of just brush it off, all this extra. Get it on the sides if you can. Same thing, this side. And then boom, we're gonna let this meat sit here for about 5 minutes. Let it all soak in. Come back when it looks like this nice and wet. Come back, you can already see it starting to do it. But we'll come back, we're gonna get the grill fired up. We're working on the Rectech pellet grill. We're gonna be smoking at 275 degrees for a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I'll see y'all when that grill's ready for the meat to go on. All right, so ribs, you can tell it's all melted. It's got that beautiful dark color on it. You can tell all that moisture, look at that. And I dried it off. That's all that salt dragging it out and bringing out all the moisture, so that's good. We got our pellet grill set to 270, so I'm gonna go ahead and come over here, open her on up. She's ready for the meat to go on. Oh yeah, so we got our meat. I'm just gonna set it right here in the middle. Beautiful. All right, so now, that slipped. Now, all right, so that's gonna be in there for 2.5 hours. But in between those 2.5 hours, I'm gonna grab this right here. This has apple cider vinegar in it. So I'm gonna get that, spritz it probably once or twice between those 2.5 hours. And then we're gonna pull it off and get it ready for the next step. All right, so it's been an hour and a half. We're gonna take a look at these ribs. They're looking good. Got a nice bark on them. Smoking up pretty good. Starting to get a little bit of that shrinkage where that bone's starting to show. But it's time to spritz them. I got me a nice little, this thing's awesome. You can buy one of these on Amazon for like 10 bucks. So good, spritz is so good. But I got me some apple cider vinegar. I'm just gonna spritz it. It's the first time spritzing it. Just get a nice spritz on. So, get that backside, just like that. We'll close it up. I'm gonna let it sit for about another hour, and then we're gonna take it off, wrap it up in tin foil, throw some of our secret sauces in there. Not really secret, but we're gonna throw some sauces in there, put it back on, and go from there. All right, so now it's been right at the 2.5 hour mark. So I'm gonna start prepping this for us to take the meat off since the meat's ready to come off. Get you a nice long piece like that. I like to double wrap it, and I'll explain why in a second. So now we got that. Let's go, we're gonna go and pull our ribs off the grill. Let's go do that. Oh yeah. That is looking beautiful. Straight beautiful. All right. Go ahead. Be gentle, you don't want them to break. So, God, this feels nice. All right, so I'm gonna lay this here for now. So what we're gonna do, first thing we're gonna do, is I'm gonna open this, get you some brown sugar. That's all it is. Yeah, get you some brown sugar. You're gonna sprinkle. Oh. Nice amount, about like that. Go on there, go ahead and break that ball up. There we go. make you a nice little line of brown sugar, nothing crazy, just a couple handfuls. You want it to be about the length of the rib itself. And then next, what we're gonna do is get you some Parquet squeeze butter. This is great stuff, phenomenal stuff. Then you're gonna shut the lid again, open it, because I believe there's a tab on it. Take that off. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna open this just like that. Don't be shy. There we go, just like that. Get you some Parquet, and then I'm using some, it's called Boom Shakalaka. It's apple and habanero barbecue sauce. It's more of a glaze, it's not really a sauce. So I'm gonna open this up. I say it glazes it a little bit more thin. Just go ahead, just gonna give it a little kick, but just a nice goodness right there. All right. Then we're gonna go meat side down right on top of all that goodness. Look at them ribs, look at that, that looks great. All right, and the reason why I do 2 layers, because if it breaks, you're gonna lose all that goodness. So, go ahead and fold all this up. As so. See, I had a little break right there, so I'm gonna be gentle. I'm gonna get me another piece. Like that. Just gonna lay it over the top. Make sure it doesn't break. Just as so. Wrap it up. Get it nice and tight. Alright, so we got it meat side down. So we're gonna move this over to the grill again. And we're gonna put it back in meat side down. As so. And we're gonna let it cook for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. What you're looking for is around that hour mark, maybe 45-minute mark. Gets you a probe, stick it in there. You're looking for it to be around 203 to 205, and that's what it's gonna come out. So depending on how thick your meat is or whatever, or how hot you're cooking, or what, you know, just very variables. Whenever it hits that 203 to 205 mark, we're gonna pull it out and it's gonna be time to eat. All right, so now just probed it. It's in between 203 to 205. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it off. Carefully bring it on over here. Then open it up. Oh, it looks so good. Look at that. Looks like it wants to fall right off that bone. Dadgummit. Look at that, all that sauce. So I'm gonna pick it up. And you gotta be gentle. Get those corners. Okay. I'm gonna try to do a nice flip. Ooh boy, look at that. So now, what I like to do is I'm gonna throw it back on the smoker for 10 minutes to get all this sauce out of there, and it's gonna basically like tack up, get real tacky. So, get this, come around and go quickly, throw it on there, so. That thing looks beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this. I'm gonna start a timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, it comes off, and it's time to eat. All right, so it's been 10 minutes. Look at that, tacked on up. That's a good rack of ribs if I've ever seen one. God dog, that thing's beautiful. Good night, look at that. I mean, that thing, that's how you know it's a good rack of ribs. Whenever them ribs start cutting up, kind of like shrinking up where that bone is all showing. Man, that looks good. I'm gonna let it sit here and rest for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna get a knife, cut it up in sections, and we're gonna taste it and see how it is. All right, so now got my knife. Let's cut into these guys. Let's see how it looks like. Oh my just like butter. Mmm. That just cuts so smooth. Come on, give me a nice little spot. Let's see. Just like that. Let's get that big piece. There we go. Alright. I'm a middle guy, so let's get me a piece right there. Look at those ribs. I mean, that looks... I mean, what we talking about? Fall off the bone? That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. But I mean, I can't make it up. Y'all see it right before your eyes. That's insane. Alright, let's try it. See what it's talking about. Still a little hot. Ooh. That's so good. That's a good rib. I mean, tender, fall off the bone, a lot of moisture. So good. I mean, that's how I make my ribs, and that's probably my favorite way to make ribs. There's a million different ways to make ribs, but this is one of my favorite. All right, so that's how I make my baby back ribs. It's one of my most favorite ways to make them, and hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all don't mind, like, comment, subscribe. 80% of y'all are not subscribed, so if y'all don't mind, subscribe. It helps me out a ton and it don't cost you nothing. And let me know what you want to see me cook next. See y'all next time.